Peacock is poised for a huge fall TV season with premieres of brand new series and seasons, including Dan Brown's The Lost Symbol, Days of Our Lives Beyond Salem, AP Bio, American Ninja Warrior Jr., Top Chef Family Style, Backyard Blowout, Code 404, Unidentified with Demi Lovato, One of Us is Lying, and The Kids Tonight Show. But one of the Peacock shows we've been looking forward to the most is based on the classic 1981 Konami arcade game, Frogger. And luckily, we have our very own gaming editor, Gordon, here to tell us all about this wild series. Gordon?
Oh, David, so earlier when you said it was riveting, you were referring to Frogger. That was a frog pun. Thank you, David.
It all makes sense now. You're welcome.
Yes. So my punny. Favorite, yes, so punny. Well done, well done. We done yet? So there was no watch here, by the way, just a wrist. So my favorite genre of TV show, aside from holiday baking, is people falling. And Frogger has got that in spades. It's one of those shows like The Floor is Lava, like Wipeout, where people try to go through a crazy obstacle course. This one is, of course, based on the popular 80s video game Frogger, so I was into it. The first episode launched on Peacock last week, and I love it. Kyle Brandt and David Wayans Jr. are your hosts. David Wayans Jr. from one of my favorite shows, Happy Endings. They do a fantastic job keeping it light and funny as people do their best to get across this crazy obstacle course. They get 3 lives, just like the original Frog and Frogger, to make it their way through, and the winner can win big bucks if they don't croak. That was for you, David. That was for you. But yeah, it's on Peacock. Just say Frogger in your Xfinity voice remote to check out an exciting and fun game show that I'm certainly enjoying.
Yeah, it's really fun, and they have like this final round where they have to go around and collect little baby frogs that the King Toad has kidnapped, and they have to bring it back to their little playpens. It's really a lot of fun, and they do a better job of explaining, like, you know, with Floor is Lava, you're like, well, how much of your body has to be immersed in lava before you're out? Like, they explain,
like in real life, just the littlest bit of lava, but on the show, it's different.
Right. Your pinky toes in, you're dead in real life. Yeah. But they do a really good job of explaining the rules of this, and ultimately you don't care. It's a lot of fun. And to your point, Damon Wayans Jr. and Kyle Brandt are really funny and don't mind poking fun at the contestants a little bit, which I really liked.
Yeah, and kudos to them, because the storyline for the original Frogger was just get a frog across the street. There's not a lot of narrative weight there, but they did a good job of introducing the boss character and saving the boss's frog babies. So it gets you here too. It makes you think. How would I get across that lily pad? So yeah, it works on several levels.
God, I love this show. I'm writing this down. I'm making sure that I go ahead and watch that this week. So Frogger on Peacock. I can't wait to check it out.
I'm not going to spoil it for you, but some people get wet. Some people fall.
I love it.
They do.
I don't want to ruin it for anybody.
And Gordon, it's actually the perfect time for a TV show based on a video game, because fall is the biggest time of the year for gaming. And I know you've been tracking some of the season's most highly anticipated releases, correct?
Yes, sir, I have. Fall is the time of year where the biggest games are released and building up to the holiday season, because they want you to buy them for Christmas. From now until the beginning of December, you're just going to see week after week more and more games being released. I know what you're thinking. There's so many, Gordon. How can I possibly keep track of all of them? Well, don't you worry. I got your back. If you say gaming in your Xfinity voice remote, it'll take you to the gaming section on X1 and Flex, where we have the fall's hottest games, which is a month-by-month breakdown of all of the industry's biggest releases: September, October, November, December. If you see a game that interests you, you click on in there, and then you have news, reviews, previews, gameplay, all kinds of information to help you make a decision, to learn about these games. It's fully comprehensive. All these games are located in there. Be sure to check it out. I wanted to take a second to tell you the games I'm excited about. Starting off with, which is releasing today, Deathloop, which is from the group that made the Dishonored series, which is one of my personal favorite game series. It's kind of like, imagine the Groundhog Day takes place in the 60s and you're a hitman. So you have to keep, like, you have a 24-hour cycle to take out the people you need to take out. And if you don't do it, you start over from the beginning. It's really got a really creative art style. It's getting rave reviews all around the gaming industry. So that's something I cannot wait to check out if I ever get some free time, because as a new father, I don't get a lot of that. Another game I want to talk about is House of Ashes, which is coming out October 22nd. That's the latest in the Dark Pictures saga, which is a series of awesome, unrelated horror games that almost play like movies. They made Man of Medan, which took place on a creepy boat, Little Hope, which took place in a creepy town, and House of Ashes takes place in a creepy cave. It's really fun. It's really creepy. Perfect for Halloween, so I cannot wait to check that one out. Also coming up, Guardians of the Galaxy, the Marvel powerhouse, is getting its own title on October 26th. Can't wait to see what Star-Lord and the rest of his buddies get into. Also, October 29th, Mario Party Superstars. Nintendo's got a lot of interesting games coming out. Metroid Prime, WarioWare, but the one, Mario Party, is near and dear to my heart. Quick aside, the very first quasi-date my wife and I ever had was playing Mario Party, and she did win. And it wins most of the time, which Mario Party's got this thing at the end where they like award stars for like random reasons. Like, oh, this person landed on the most red spots, give them a star. So I feel like I've lost some Mario Party games unfairly. But that's neither here nor there. As long as everybody's having fun, we're all winning. I'm just saying, Nintendo, give more stars for things that require, for like winning more games. That's a whole thing. And then finally, Halo Infinite. That's the big one everybody's excited for. Comes out December 8th on Xbox. It was delayed. It was supposed to originally be a launch title, but Master Chief is back in business, and I will be there on day one. I will make spare time to play that game. So once again, it's fall's hottest games. Check it out. Gaming on your Xfinity voice remote. And how about you folks? Any games you're excited for?
Well, it's very interesting that you mentioned the Man of Medan, the like horror boat game. I was actually going to start that today. It's on Xbox Game Pass, and so I was going to play that today with our fellow editor Scott. We have a gaming date tonight to have a horror game night.
I fully condone that. Like, it's an interesting style of game because it's like you're playing a movie. And if you're into it, like they are, and here's something, being a new father, some people complain that a game's not long enough. That's not a thing anymore. Like, I like my game short and sweet, and Man of Medan is short and sweet. So highest recommendation for that one. Let me know how you guys like it.
I will. And I think it's funny you mentioned the length of games. Like, it used to be back in the day, I mean, when we were like kids or teenagers, you just never wanted something to end. But I was recently playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I'm like, God, I cannot look at these blue and yellow dots anymore. Please. Like, if you ask me to do anything, I don't want to go search for any more treasure. I don't want to find any more people to kill. Like, just end it for me. I just want to know. Yeah. I want to move on. But
wrap it up.
Also, to about Deathloop, I'm not sure I'm ready after this last year or so of the pandemic for a game that just has me repeating the same thing over and over again. Like, that was life recently.
Come on, David.
I know, it sounds like torture.
Day after day.
No more.
Torture.
The same day over and over again.
Liz, are your kids big gamers?
They really aren't. I mean, they do play some games, and this is going to make me sound like such a parent. They play some games on the computer. I'm not really sure what it is that they play. I think, maybe Roblox, but I think that's kind of old, and I have no idea. Very popular. Honestly. I know, but I it's a shame. I think it one tells my age and how much gaming I do, in that the last game that I played was Super Mario. Like, honestly, like, that's how long ago it was, unfortunately. I just don't have the time, but I love that they're shorter now. I might check it out. For sure.
I'm going to get you into Liz, I'm going to get you into Fortnite. It's going to happen. You and me. We're gonna be a battalion.
Let's do it. I do think my kids. Yeah, I think my kids do play Fortnite too. So maybe I'll get them to teach me how to do it. Is that the one where you build houses? No, that's not that one. What's that? Sims. They play Sims.
You build some houses in Fortnite. You build forts.
Thinking Minecraft?
Okay. I'll give you partial credit for that. That might be
Minecraft, Sims, Fortnite, and that's as much as I know that they play. Sorry, not helpful.
Well, quick recommendation. Gordon knows this game as well, but there's a game called KO City, Knockout City. It's a dodgeball game that Scott and I play for way too many hours, way too late into the night.
That's the perfect example of gaming as a dad. Is Scott is like, you need to play KO City, and I'm like, I'll do it for you, Scott. So I download the game. As soon as it's downloaded, I turn it on. Baby starts crying. No more game. So finally, I get online with David and Scott at the same time. All three of us are going to play a video game together. We get one round into it, and then baby cry. Gotta go, guys. Bye.
5 hours.
And you
later,
wonder
Scott
why I
are
don't
still
know
playing.
modern musicians.
The sun is coming up, and I'm like, Scott, I think I have to go to bed. I have to work in 1 hour. Anyway,
wow,
gaming. And you can check out Gordon's full fall gaming collection, as he said, by saying gaming into your remote.